Alright, so we are going to explain pseudo-healing, healing, and whatnot, and why Aoki might not be the best. So, Aoki is a character who is literally only a healer. Let's take a look at her skills right now. So, Aoki, on her normal skill, every 9 seconds heals 400 HP and then increase all allies' skill CT speed by 20%. So, that immediately makes her skill go from like 9 seconds to about 7. Um, 400 is not a lot. I mean, look at their health. So, um, it's really not anything. It's like a 1% heal. But then you come to like her art, a fat 30% heal. Okay, that is good, but there's a lot better options. Let's go to another example of what a better option would be. Because if I'm being honest, I even believe that her art is better than her true art. Percentile healing is almost always going to be better than a flat number. Um, so 30%, okay, it tells you what it does. It's going to heal all eyes by 30% HP. Okay, let's come to a better unit than that. Hoka provides so much arch-gen. His super art costs 300, but to the team, it provides a total of 775 arts over that first or full 25 seconds. Um, you're just gaining 370 or 475 arts because you use 300, it gains 775 after 25 seconds. That's a net positive. That's how you have to kind of think about archgen and whether a unit is self-sufficient or not. Hoka can literally just keep on going. That's why he is arguably the best unit probably in the entire game for support. But also his skill, 3000 HP every 12 seconds to the lowest unit. That is about a 30% heal for anybody on this team right now, if not more. For Aoki, that's a 50% heal. Okay, that is the rare instances when a flat number, or fat number, either of them are true in this case, works. Another form of healing you might not have known is this right here. Increase all allies status by 30%. That is quite literally increasing attack, HP, and defense stat by 30%. If you think about it, that is a heal. So, let's watch this. Delta's going to take some damage, or she's going to do some damage to us. This is who we want to watch right here. Hopefully he can take a little bit of damage right here. Alright, so we see he's at 10, 180, whatever, it doesn't really matter. We pop his art, which is going to increase all ally stats by 30%. Look at everyone's health right here when I pop it, when it finishes. Boom, everyone just gained HP. Now, it's their total HP as well. I beat the mission, but say Emperor Eyelid, this guy right here, say he was at, he has a max of 10,000 HP. Okay, say Delta just did 2,000 HP to him, he would have lost 2,000 HP, right? Well, if we pop his art, which increases all status by 30%. Well, now our max HP is 12,000, and that 2,000 health we lost, that was at 8,000, is now 10,000. Okay, we're still at a rough 2,000 HP, loss, but our actual health bar got 30% bigger. Okay, so we still are at a 2,000 health deficit. If we pop that art again, our max HP is not going to increase by 30% again, but that small 2,000 margin is going to disappear because we're going to gain 30% of 1,200, which is about 4,000. 4,000 is bigger than 2,000, so now we're at max HP. That is how increase all ally status works as a heal. It also works as a defense increase, and I talked to you about Saitama. That passive he has of attack boost, 3% every 100 attack. That's 30% more attack. His damage boost just went up. it's more than just a heal. That is a better variation of healing. It's pseudo healing because it heals, but what it provides is the heal is the secondary or tertiary effect you're looking for. That's why Aoki's really not that great because she doesn't do anything other than heal. And truth be told, units like Hoka, let's come to his passive real quick. Look at his primary information and strategy leader. While his HP is above 80%, a lot of characters have abilities like this where you want to be above a certain HP threshold. Healing is a good thing, yes, but excuse me, you'll probably want to mitigate damage with a tank first and foremost. That way, all your characters are topped off and their abilities are still going at all times. If you lost HP, you hit below that 80% threshold. Okay, you went back up to 80% HP in about 5 seconds. You still lost a little bit of momentum or value. You want to maximize value at all times. So mitigating damage should be our first and foremost probably team comp here. Healing is very specific. So let's look at a few other units because I did just show you a few ascended units. Mako, still a character a lot of people don't have because I think Killer Kills only happened 2 or 3 times in the 9.5 years this game's been out. I was fortunate to get her in my first pull, and I mean, it's really the only person I wanted. She is an example of someone that I just said isn't that great. A 400 heal, but it's for 15 seconds. She also arch gens and increases all allies' arts damage by 150%. Now, she does also increase her own arch gauge with her skill. That self-sustainability, not that much you see based off just on the cover of how she looks. Come to her her art increases her skill CT speed by 150%. Now you're getting 15 art gauge every 2.5 seconds. After 10 seconds, you're looking at about 75 arts. That's good. That's self-sustainability because this only requires 100 arts. This requires 200. And, her abilities increase CT speed on equips, but also HP recovery amount 20% up. So 20% of 400 is, I'm really bad at math right now. I'm just going to shoot a number in the dark and say 80. Now you're getting a 480 HP every 15 seconds. I don't want to do the math, I'm being honest with you, but that's one that increases damage, increases equip CT speed, has self-sustainability, and can heal. Just as something in her kit. This is a 5-star unit that also has a Dream Awakening. Okay, let's go to some other ones. I made a second page. This is a tank that also is a pseudo healer. His art reflects damage back at the enemy plus 10%, increase all allies auto recovery HP by 300, and negates damage. Tank HP recovery damage reflection. It's pretty good. Pop the art. Whenever the boss attacks, pop your skill because it reduces damage taken by 30% while your skill is being animated. And then his true art is just a bigger shield. His abilities, physical damage down, and he can revive. Now, this isn't the greatest tank. There's much better at tanking, but say you're doing some content that requires not so much damage all the time to be mitigated, but you might need a little bit of healing slotted in there. This is a unit that might be able to get that job done for you because he tanks, heals, and can reflect, and can revive. You see what I'm saying with Aoki? She has no sustainability, and all she does is have 3 really, really mediocre below average heals. Okay, next unit. Haruto. This is the golden child of a hybrid unit that heals and archgens. Come here to the ability. Overdrive. Every time you pop that true art, stats get increased by 10% to a max of 30%. Okay, that's whatever. Wrong. Come to the true art. His true art heals all allies HP by 6%. So whenever you've used this a few times, that 6% is increased each time because your max HP is increasing, and 6% is higher, based off of 12,000 as opposed to 10,000 or 8,000. And he provides a decent archgen. 5 for 15 for all allies, and if they're human, which is like 80% of the characters in this game, 7 more. I mean, 7 in total for 15. Um, that's pretty good. Good slots too. There's plenty of magic equips that can boost arts. There's I don't even need to say we're support. I mean, support, you either trying to get archgen up or you're trying to do crazy damage for the whole team. And as a heal slot, 4-star, phenomenal slot. There's plenty of 4-star heal equips that can just revive a unit, get rid of a status effect. There's plenty of things. Um, really good unit. The best unit back before 6 stars were a thing. I think so. I rate him in every single team comp. Let's see how many missions I have done on him. 3,525. This might be my most played unit besides Mako. Honestly, I kind of want to look into that after. So I'll do that too. This is a different variation of this guy. This is like the king or like hero or god of this game. Let's see. And he is literally just another variation of that other one I showed you. Has the same 30% heal. Phenomenal. Heals, I mean, archgens 50%, 50 arts every 8 seconds. That's good. This unit, though, is one of the ones I was telling you that has a really cool, unique mechanic exclusively for him. What is that? Let's go to his true art. Excuse me. Costs 10% of his max HP. I know that's, a decent bit, but all allies get 6 arch for 15 seconds. And then you see this weird thing. Sword used depends on his assigned party slot, left to right. What does that mean? So, come here. These are the different swords. When this ability is used, damage to the gods, essentially, this is a character that you want to kind of scout ahead what content you're about to face. If you see the boss is a god, a human, or a demon, then what you would do. Let's come here. Say we're fighting a demon. We would probably want to use Darkbringer because it increases damage to demons by 150% while his true art is used. And all allies get attacked 50% up for 15 seconds. Now, how would we get Darkbringer to work? Well, let's look at this. Let's put it as a number value and then the name. Number 1, Skylight. Number 2, Terramaster. Number 3, Darkbringer. Number 4, Rotation. Rotation starts from 1, goes to 3. When you hit 4, rotates back to 1, 2, 3, 4, rotates. You see what I'm saying? So, if you wanted to use Darkbringer, you would put him in the 3rd slot. If you wanted him to rotate through all of them, you'd put him in this 4th slot because rotation was the 4th one. Sorry, 4th one listed. So put him in the 1st position, he'll have access to Skylight. Put him in the 2nd position, he has access to Terramaster. Put him in the 3rd position, he has access to Darkbringer. Put him in the 4th position, he has access to all 3. But you have to pop your true art to cycle to the next one. It's a really cool unit. I love that mechanic, and almost all of his different variations use that gimmick, but slightly change it in some sort. And then we come to this older unit. This is a Knights of Blood unit, the same as Juno, the same as Berwick. They're all pretty decent units, if I'm being quite honest with you. Vox is a support DPS. Um, so we see this increase arcades by 20 every 10 seconds. That's pretty whatever. But we see it does an extra 20 during Magia Drive. What's Magia Drive? This is what every single Knights of Blood unit has as an ability. But each of their Magia Drives do something different respective to which unit it is. So let's look at boxes. So we see that his increases skill CT speed and attack 100% up while Maggie drives up, and he will not flinch. Flinch is 100% paralysis and freeze resistance, meaning while Maggie drives up, he cannot be frozen and he cannot be paralyzed under any circumstances. Um, his art literally is only this increase all ally stats. That's pretty good for an older unit. Um, in harder content, this unit kind of falls down a little bit, and they really just kind of use him as a budget healer because he gets 40 and he just pops his art constantly. Constantly keeps the team topped up on health, and also, he just does decent damage too. Um, Come to his true art. This is how you pop Magia Drive. For 3 minutes, you have access to Magia Drive, and you know, increase all allies crit rate by 100%. Now every unit's critting. He also does 80% crit damage, provides all allies accuracy for 30%, increases his skill CT by 100. That's just 50%. So now this is on a 5-second cooldown, and he's getting 40. So now he's getting 40 art gauge every 5 seconds. He has a heal. So in 10 seconds, he can heal 30% HP every 10 seconds. He can also just keep doing damage. If his crit rate falls down, pop it again. You have 100% crit rate for 25 seconds. But yeah, that's just a few different options that you have for pseudo healing or healing. Pseudo healing is like a Hoka, or really not a truly a pseudo healer is more of a emperor eyelid, Iliad, Islid, whatever you call them, a Vox. Um, she's a or I'm sorry, he is a healer, an archgen right here. This is a tank healer, archgen pseudo healer or archgen healer. This is a support pseudo healer. Um, this is what we call garbage, and then this is what we call uh, the reincarnation of Christ himself. I mean, this dude is, there is nothing better. You can put Hoka on any team with anybody, and he will provide probably more value than all three of those other people combined together. It's crazy. I mean, this dude, they can't duplicate this. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. That's about it.